Hello and welcome back to Technical Tales, Agrarian Skies. Well, I did a little bit of work, basically expanded out the tree farm. So we've got three. Actually, I have no idea what the state this place was when last you guys saw it. That was all of 2 days ago. Just so you understand, this episode came out when only episode 2 had been released. So if you've left any comments after then, or on episode 3, and I appear to be ignoring them, I'm not. I just haven't read them yet because you've not made them yet. So I put some extra barrels out here, and it did eventually rain, and so they are filled with water, which is good because if this is anything like the crash landing thing, even though this looks like an infinite water pool, it probably isn't. Basically, I don't think this will spawn water blocks the way it does in vanilla Minecraft. Excuse me. Let me just take a drink. I was recording some Elite Dangerous earlier on today, and so my voice is getting a little bit croaky and scrapey. But I think it'll be okay because this game has a lot of downtime in between the recording stuff. So I expanded it out here, tried to make it as safe as possible. Made it so if I fall off up there, I land here rather than falling out of the world. I've been grinding dirt. Basically, I've mainly been dropping spare saplings into the composters, of which I made some more of them as well. And when I got enough string, I was throwing one of those in. It's 25 string for dirt or 8 saplings. Yes, so I've been sifting through the dirt, and that's been getting me a number of seeds. So one of the things that might be good to do in the near future is to start farming this stuff. The other thing, of course, is it was getting me stuff like stone. And whenever I got stone, I would form it into cobblestone, hit it with the hammer, and then sift the gravel. And so that's been getting me all this other stuff. So we are going to do a couple more here because I think I can do some of them. Dust in the wind. Putting gravel, sand and dust through the sieve will get you broken ore, crushed ore and pulverized ore. It will also get you redstone, glowstone, bone meal and other dusts. Try sieving other blocks to see what you can get. Place 4 broken ores of the same type in a crafting grid will let you get gravel ore. Beating this ore with a hammer will get you crushed ore. So, the only thing I've got 4 of, apart from the stone... Oh no, actually I've got amber and iron, but iron is the one I think which will fulfill this mission. So that gets me iron or gravel, which I think, yes. So there we go. That's step 1 of dust in the wind. Breaking ore gravel with a hammer will get you crushed ore, which can be combined into ore sand and processed with a hammer into pulverized ore. So I'm going to need my hammer, and the reason we want to do this is because it's more efficient. Where's my hammer? Do I have it on me? There it is, wooden hammer. Okay, I thought I'd put all my tools away. I reorganised the Tinker's Construct stuff, so we've got a stencil table there with a pattern chest next to it. And basically, when you're looking in the part builder, all the patterns which are in the pattern chest show up there. And I made myself some tools. I've got myself a short bow, for which I have 2 arrows. I think I'd made the hatchet anyway, but I did repair it. Now, I tried making a dagger, but the hatchet does more damage. See, the hatchet's +5 attack damage, dagger's only +2. You can throw the dagger, but then you no longer have a dagger. And I made like a wooden shovel and stuff like that. So, we need to hammer that down. As you can see, we got 5 crushed ore out of that. So I got 25% extra iron there. That's why you want to go hitting it with a hammer. Ore dust. The final step towards achieving ore is to combine pulverized ore into ore dust. This is not the same pulverized ore as thermal expansion pulverized ore. 4 of these will make 1 ore dust, which when processed in a smeltery will give you 2 ingots. You can also pulverize this dust in a pulverizer. Ore dust is the equivalent of vanilla ore. Treat it the same way you would treat the ore you mined out of the world. Okay, so I need to get iron ore dust, which I think is the next step down, isn't it? Yes, iron ore sand, which means I can't complete that quest yet. I need to sort of get more down the line. Oh no, hang on. Of course I can. Sorry, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just have to hit this, don't I? Yes, and again I get 5, so I've got 25% more. Okay. So you want to get it down to the level of ore dust before you cook it. And then I want to process it in a smeltery because that will get me 2 ingots, which means every step of the way I'm hammering it, I'm getting 25% extra, and then at the end I'm doubling it. Okay. Alright, so this is the end of the quest now. So we get quarter of a heart, random reward bag. Let me turn the volume up a little bit. There we go. Right, what's this going to get me? Paper. A not so good reward. Oh well. Oh, it's enchanted. It has respiration 3 on it, so it's not just paper. I'll put that in there. Where are my hearts? Oops. No, sorry, I keep pressing the wrong buttons still. See? Every time. Right. So 2 quarter hearts should be craftable into half a heart. Oh, and I had a full one anyway. Now apparently you should always check these to make sure they aren't bad. 4 lives. That's good. It means I can fall off the world 4 times. 3 times? 4 times. But the main problem with falling off the world is I lose all of my equipment, which is why I don't want to be carrying around tools that are not vital to my current mission. So that's ore dust, which we want to process at some point. I'll just drop that in there for now. There were other missions I could do. Now the other one I wanted to do was smelting, and this, because it's connected to that. Basically, I think I need to do this one before I can do that one. To get started processing the various materials on the map and eventually powering the many machines, you will need lava. Lava is created by melting cobble in a crucible over a heat source. Torches, lava, and lit netherrack all work as heat sources. Clay buckets can be crafted and used to move fluids. A clay bucket can move any fluid except lava as often as you want. Once you move lava, the clay will break from the heat. Okay, got to remember that I can't move lava around much. Move water for your cobble generator before moving the lava. Of course, if I make a cobble generator, then I don't need to be sifting dirt and getting bits of rock together. I can just go straight to the cobble and hit that with a hammer. Okay, forming clay. To make the crucible and bucket, you will need clay. To make clay, you need to use a hammer to turn cobble into gravel, gravel into sand, and sand into dust. You will then right-click on a barrel filled with water while holding a block of dust. Right-click the barrel to get the clay. Okay. So I need dust. There we go, I have some dust. Add it to one of these. That gets me a block of clay. Excellent. Alright, so what is it I need to make? unfired crucible, unfired clay bucket. Okay. So let's look up the recipes for these. Okay, so porcelain clay, and that's just clay. Okay, so that clay block I've got, if I hit it with a shovel, will get me 4 bits of clay. But for this I need porcelain clay, which means combining clay and bone meal. Okay, so I'm going to need a little more than I currently have. I need to make the crucible first, really, don't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 10 in total, so that's 2.5 clay blocks. Right, that got me enough for 2 cobble, which will get me 2 more dust, so that should get me all the clay I need once I pulverize this down into dust. That got me 12. So first I need a bucket. Unfired clay bucket. Now what did this need? 1, 2, 3. That needs 7. So I just need to craft 7 clay with some bone meal. So that's got me a crucible. Okay, so I've got me bucket and me crucible, which is step 1. Firing the pottery. Okay, you will need to cook the bucket and crucible to be able to use them. A slab furnace is an efficient way of cooking or smelting items. It uses only 6 cobblestone instead of the 8 needed to make a full furnace. So I need a slab furnace now. Yes, as it says, it makes 8 cobblestone slabs. Which means I think I am grinding... for dirt. Yep, I'm grinding for dirt because I need to filter it so I can make the cobblestone I need. Now, cobblestone slabs... Oh, clab. What's a clab? Slab. I need 6 cobblestone. Actually, I just remembered something. A viewer, N64 Gamer for Life, said that there was something hidden here which would be useful. So I just want to check on that to see what it is. He said it was hidden underneath something that I could break with my bare hands and get the item. Now, to my knowledge, that's... He also said stay away from that, the roadblock. So I'm going to stay away from that until I know what it is and what it does. Now, the only thing that was around that I think I could break with my bare hands and get it back was the first block of dirt. So I've got my hatchet. So let's chop down this tree. There's a chest with 7 dirt. Okay. Right, useful. Very, very useful. Okay. I need 6 cobblestone. I think I just grind through this dirt. I can, I mean, it's just basically going to save me grinding leaves and stuff. 3 spare oak saplings in there. I'm curious whether or not I should be growing birch or spruce, whether one of those two is more efficient than the oak. I'm going for the oak because I know I can infest it with silkworms, and I don't know whether I can infest the other stuff. So, but it also gives me apples. I was checking to see how many spare I had. That's enough for 6 cobble. That's precisely what I needed. One slab furnace. Excellent. It means I don't have to use this anymore to do my cooking. The frying pan. Frying pan really wasn't a very efficient method of cooking, but I got it for free. And it stopped me from dying of starvation. Okay, 1 slab furnace. Hopefully, yep, that got done there. So, firing the pottery. You'll need to cook the bucket and crucible in order to use them. Right, so we get a quarter of a heart again. And we will claim our reward. Eight mutton jerky. Yeah, not a great reward because I've got plenty of cooked silkworms now. Okay, I put them in here for safekeeping, so let's fire this crucible. I'm still just using wood as my fuel source because I have plenty of it. 1 crucible. Did I not grab the bucket? I did not grab the bucket. So, now I can make a cobblestone generator. Lava is created by melting cobble in a crucible over a heat source. Okay, so I'm going to need 1 more bit of cobble. Okay, got me 2 bits of cobblestone. So they said I should melt this in the crucible over a heat source. Now, in my sifting of the gravel, I did find a small pile of coal. I've got another 7 there. So I can just craft myself a torch, which they said would be a source of heat. I've got these sandstone bricks. Basically, I wanted to find something which was non-flammable, so I could build this. Up here is also non-flammable, isn't it? Basically, we've got like a great big hill. Do I have my pick on me? I do. So I was just checking what the stats were on that. Let's sort of level this off a bit. Make a bit of room. There you go, nice, a bit of a safety wall, because I do not trust myself. Not one bit. There we go. So, somewhere to melt the crucible. This can also be where the cobble generator goes, I think. So, it just says put the crucible over a heat source. So what if I... We don't have any floor there, unfortunately. But could I just... No, let's put a bit of brown stained clay back again. There's a torch. Put the crucible there. Now it just says put a bit of cobble in. Ah, there we go. So the amount of cobblestone is going down and the lava is going up. So now I need to plan out my cobblestone generator. How do they work again? Well, if memory serves, you want the lava to flow into the water, not the other way round. But you also don't want... So I think if I put a water source block there... let me just go to bed. I'm still a bit paranoid about monsters appearing. So the water's going to go there. At least this isn't like the last skyblock. In the last skyblock I had like one chance to get this right. So water will flow down there and then flow in that direction. So if I put like a pressure plate there, this will stop the water from flowing this way. Oops, wrong one. And I'm thinking that I can stand here and mine it out. So water will flow down and that way. So lava wants to go down and that way, I think. Will the lava ever get that far? If it does, it would make an extra bit of cobble, but I could chop that as well. So I think it kind of makes sense to just drop the lava down there. So water, lava. For the sake of neatness, because we have the blocks, let's just do that. Fluid lava. Ah, that's only a quarter of a bucket. 1,000 millibuckets. That's only 1,000 millibuckets make a bucket. So I'm going to need a little more cobble, unfortunately. Well, they said move the water first. So I will do that. Cap it off nicely. Let's just confirm that this is not an infinite water source. Well, maybe it is. Ah, this is an infinite water source, so I don't need those two. Useful, useful. So if I want to make clay, I can just keep grabbing. Okay, in Crash Landing, that doesn't work, but Crash Landing has a thirst mechanic, so maybe that's why. You know, the taste of cooked silkworm is starting to grow on me. So I need 2 more bits of cobble before I'll have an actual bucket of lava. So back to growing trees, I think. Okay, I ground out a couple of trees, used up a second stack of bone meal. I still have a stack left, and I'm going to save that for making porcelain and anything else that I might need to. I did get enough. I did get there. This is why I'm stopping in a moment. I did get together enough dirt and ground it through to make enough cobble that we got a bucket's worth of lava over there. I also used a couple more bits of coal to torch up the rest of the island. So basically I'm pretty safe now. I used that F7 trick and it doesn't look like mobs can spawn anywhere. So I was just using my bucket to fill these things, because once I use this bucket to move the lava, it's going to break. So I figured it might be useful to be able to make a load of clay straight away without having to worry. There we go. That's lots of water barrels ready to go for my clay production, which I think I'm going to be having to do soon for the next step. So now, I hope I've built this right. If I understand the principle right, the lava will flow down and it will make cobble. Will it make cobble there? It will, won't it? Let us temporarily place a wooden block there. Because I want the lava. Because I really want it to meet there. Water flows faster than lava does. I think it's just going to form a bit of cobblestone there. I'd really rather it form the cobblestone there, though. Let's give this a go. 1 bucket of lava. Placed in. As expected. Right, it's going to keep forming there, isn't it? So what if I temporarily block the water there? There we go. Cobblestone. It keeps being burnt up by the lava. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way around that. I mean, I found this when I was doing the other sky block as well. It's just... Is it because the water is flowing that way, so it keeps flowing into there? Might have been better to have the water flow down from behind there. I suppose I could try and redirect the water. I have to make sure I don't fall in that lava. Let me get some of that yellow stuff. There you go. I've got a little bit of the sandstone brick left. So I'm going to place it there. Right, so what I want to do is redirect the water. Oops. There's all these annoying half slabs everywhere. Let's make sure that we're not ever chopping the thing we're standing on. No way, no how. Right, so what I'm thinking is we channel the water this way. I needed to go down at that point. I am very aware of the void that's by me. I think Aqua Sharky Boy is holding his breath right now. So yeah, we need to go down one more. To there. I need to block the back of it somehow. Okay. And now that's the back of that bit of cobblestone. See, my thinking is that now when I break it, the water flow will be towards me. Well, I still don't get it every time, but it's a lot more often than it was before. If anyone knows of a way to make it more efficient so it doesn't get burnt up by the lava quite so often, please let me know. So, there you go, 10 cobble already. Now, in order to get 10 cobble before, I had to grind trees to make about, I don't know, 15 bits of dirt. And each bit of dirt requires 8 saplings. So you can imagine that took a while. See, now I can actually start 1, 2, 3, 4. I can cook myself up another bucket of lava, ready for when I need it. Which is excellent. So that's it, I think, for this episode. Next episode, I think we get on to the smeltery. So we can actually start processing some of these ores. And of course, the other thing I can be doing is I'm going to be grinding this stuff down to dust in order to make more clay, because we're going to need that for the smeltery. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.